Hello, Ollie. Hello, Blue. How are you guys doing? God, I missed the beginning of Disenchanted. I'm so mad. How are you guys doing? I was getting water, so I was gone from my computer. My high school career, bet on and tough to agree. Just I could watch all my heroes sell a car on TV. Guys, it's Thursday. You know what that means? Means that it's time for Steins Gate. Eric's hello! Keith, I'll do the liquid when I do the camera. What, Eric's? What are we doing? I have popcorn also. Boyd, hello! How are you doing? Oh shoot, I forgot to put the content warning. Guys, content warning. Disturbing imagery. It's simply not how you spell disturbing. Uh-oh. Disturbing. Okay, nice update. Anyways. Time to gate that Steins, am I right? Yup. Eric's is like, I have decided I'm gonna fight with Nightbot today. Hello, how are you doing? No, the You Suck one doesn't have one, unfortunately. Hey, bitch, how but here, how are you? I'm doing awesome, Blue. Well, if you're sleepy, you should go to sleep. Me one ulterior insert frog? What? Yo, Nuzlocke, hello! Yo, am I early for stream for once? Yo! Yo! I hate when you get pinged one right after the other. Oh, uh-oh. I had the best day of school. I didn't have to go to my news class, which meant I didn't have that many conversations with my bullies. Yo, Eric, that sounds awesome. I'm not gonna lie, my favorite Nightbot is the one with Among Us. I'm not gonna lie. But I miss, like, every stream from last week and it makes me salty. I miss your streams. That's fair, Blue. I mean, like, you know, you can choose what you would like to do. Today we're playing Steins Gate. Ba-da-da! Okay, we're gonna turn off the music. We're gonna turn off the music. Okay, hold on. We're turning off the voice thing because the game doesn't like it. Going to headphones. We're booting up stream. Hello! Oh my god, my mic isn't even in the frame. I'm just simply not prepared. Hello! Hello! Why does everyone want to be called a VOD Friday Nightbot today? Okay. That's so cool for you guys. I'm so happy for you. You got no comeback? Being the only active on the server is a pain because everyone pings me and only me. Oh, I'm so sorry, Huffle. Another good note I took a rabbit on a walk today. It was great. Yo. 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 That sounds fun. That sounds fun. So, we're playing Steins Gate, as you guys know. And another, I don't have a problem, shut up. I'm not out of the bully Nightbot, I'm just here. Scroll up? I mean, I just have issues with Nightbot normally, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm making sure this actually has sound. Hello? Hey, excellent. Oh, there's no sound for you guys, though. Uh-oh. Repeti. Headphones. Yeah, there you go. Hello, Dragon. So, for people who don't know, Steins Gate is a game about time travel. It's about this group of people who effed around with a microwave so much that they accidentally created a time machine. And some effery has happened because of that. We are pretty far in the game, so if there's anything that you're confused about, just ask and I will explain. But I'm sure you guys will get it. I look so male right now? Yo, let's go. What? What do you mean, what? What? What is a microwave? I made a time machine by accident once? I've been asking since we started. What do you mean, what is a microwave? Time machines and bananas. Or I sent a paragraph, read it. Now, Eric's, if you send a paragraph and I don't see it... Ah. That's so very... If you guys do it too fast, stream mods can't keep up. Or stream elements can't keep up. I'm so sorry. Oh. Oh. Now, there's Steins Gate. Hello? There we go. It's simply too big. Why does it do that? No, one time, the game is just gonna capture correctly, and it's gonna be so cool. You know? It's just gonna be so very cool. That's a soup. Also, update on my elbow. My elbow is feeling better. And, like, I went to work today, and it was totally fine. Like, I bumped it a few times, and so, like, that kind of hurts, but, like, it's gotten better. Like, it doesn't hurt when I, like, you know? It's good. I'm glad your elbow is better. Thank you, Floyd. It's good now. Oh, good. Good God, I keep yes, I would like to... Hello? Where is... Yeah. Do you think elbows are crunchy? I feel like they'd be chewy. Remember how I said today would be the only full day of classes? Vaguely. Super soup. It should do good soup when you put soup in any context. As if I didn't click load, I click start like an idiot. You're supposed to click load, and then you load, and then we go to here. Science Club was the only people at school today, so I got to use the men's restroom before. It was absolutely amazing. Yo! Yo! Oh, Ollie, that's actually really exciting! Go me. I hate that there was a question about elbows being crunchy. I mean, they did ask if they could eat my elbows the other day, to be fair. Okay, the game is not that loud. This is good. Alright. So, I have popcorn, and I have tea. It was in the Discord. Don't worry about it, Void. It's all good. So I think... So, we have just basically turned the place that we live from a Moe utopia to, like, a computer one. And I think we're looking for an IBM 5100 because we lost the old one. I think that's what's happening right now. I'm sure that we shouldn't be worried about me talking to my friends at work. Uh-oh. I have dibs on the heels? Bro. Am I just, like... Okay. Those who killed in wars were also prime sources of teeth, so after large battles, the locals would swarm onto the battle and start yanking teeth out of corpses. It was bad in England after get Waterloo teeth. Patriotic, and since from young people, they were supposedly of high quality. That is... Wow. That's fun. The next day, my Harry and I go shopping at Ride-A-Con. We have a list. Written by Carrie Sue of parts for the time leap machine. Can I have the fingers? I need my fingers. Buddy, how do you know the things you know? Yanks your teeth cutely. Okay. Alright. Alright. So we're trying to figure out how to make a time machine that can, like, transport people. That's, like, what we're doing now, because right now we can only do text messages. Naturally, I'm paying for everything out of my own pocket. Guys, look, it gay. Look, it gay. Gay. Listen to lore when I'm working our wellness. Oh, fair enough. Not now, they're mine. I call the team I want to make some apples. Bra. Kirsten and Daru have already started working on the upgrade. Apparently, the conversation of memories into digital data requires software developed at Curiosity Lab in America. Oh, okay. So, like, what we're actually trying to do is we're trying to, like, be able to take someone's consciousness and leap it through time. So they're basically trying to figure out how to make... They're trying to make memories into data so that they can leap it through time. So that instead of just send text messages, you could send a whole person's memories and consciousness into a different, like, their past self. Voice chat claiming body parts of wheelchair, I'm concerned. I don't know, man. I've just learned to roll with it. I wish I had enough for Big French. We simply sit here if I do Big French, because I can't read in English if we're doing Big French. Apparently, the conversation of memories and digital data requires software developed at Curiosity's lab in America. Funny. You can download that software from their dedicated server. But that's not the only thing we need. There's also some kind of brain scanning headgear that we're going to have to make ourselves. Incidentally, I have to pay extra close attention and make sure Mayuri doesn't wander off while we're shopping. If she sees some random store that interests her, she'll literally stop and stare at it for hours. I keep walking, of course, and only later realize that she's not behind me. Don't be concerned, Cryptic. We're just enjoying Ultra so much we claim all of them. I claimed your gender at birth with stopping the law of physics. Then I have to run from store to store looking for her. This must be how parents of small children feel. Anyway, this is nothing new. Mayuri has always been like this. I'm begging you, stick with me. If you get lost in this labyrinth of technology, you'll never escape. Not with your sense of direction. Okie dokie, I'll be careful. By the way, how is time leaping different from time travel? Oh, I got mail. I'm sorry. I know you're talking to me, but I also simply got mail. Going from Tokyo to Amare by bullet train is over 15,000 yen per person, but the overnight bus is only 5,000. Which do you prefer? I want to cover the traveling expenses, but I don't have that much on hand. I'm staying at a hotel, but I'm not a celeb. Mom's pretty strict on money, not to mention she'd kill me if I knew I was going to see my father, so maybe we should go by bus to fit our budget. What does not do? Forget your... I'm fine either way. Yeah. Let's do that. I claim Ultir's gender. No Christ Physics was announced and it was wild. Oh, dude, I saw. It's, like, actually wild. They were just like, you know, it'd be really cool if, we discovered something that's actually faster than the speed of light. Just real cash. Like, that's so cool for you. That makes so much sense, and I love that for you. I claim the hair, too. Okay, well... Just don't be those kind of people, like, those fans that, like, chop off, like, people's hair and then, like, you know, sell it on eBay. Don't do that. Did you really hear what I just said about not wandering off? Besides, Curiosity already explained the difference yesterday. Time travel means your whole body travels through time. The time leap will only send your memories to the past. It's simple. Just memories. No personality or consciousness included. Although Curiosity mentioned that there was no way to be sure what might happen to your consciousness. Like that my fave field of study and we got more info amazing. It was pretty cool, actually. Been a single person's decision away from nuclear war several times. There was a malfunction on a radar dish in which mistook the light of the moon for a massive missile strike. It was only because of the Canadian major who realized that is what New York, so a strike was highly unlikely. Just take the hairstyle. I mean, if you want a copy with the hairstyle I have, you're more than welcome to. I would actually be quite flattered. I'll also be taking cake for gender. Oh. Does that mean you can do things that time leaps that can't do with D-mails? Females can only send instructions to the past. The past may change, or it may not. The results are unpredictable and depend on the recipient. I just want your elbows, it's not too much. Just the bendy bite. Just the bendy bits. I simply need them to move my arms, like... You know? Let's go her right back. Quite like it personally. Thank you, Blue. Do you know how I have my hair, though? Because, like, obviously it's, like this, but it's, like, completely shaved underneath. And it's just the fact that it's curly makes it look like I have a full head of hair. Like, we do realize this, right? Like, it's, like, there's simply, like, no, there's no, this is all shaved. This is shaved, and this is hair. You know? I just need you to know that. Just want your bendy pencils here, please. I need them for my collection. I simply need them! Billy, why are you encouraging them? You can't take dinner from the gender stealer. You fool! I have 70 alternate accounts! And when the past does change, the world line is reconfigured. Everyone loses their old memories. I am the exception, thanks to reading Steiner. With a time leap, on the other hand, you can give your past self not just instructions, but all the memories you have right now. Or at least that's the idea. Just all your gender replace it with crabs? Okay. Alright. Like, a little bit too bright, but I cannot tell. Am I too bright? A little bit. That's better. Better now. I am washing dishes, my hands are soapy. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, like an undercut. I got those bands from my high school. Yeah, like, it is like an undercut, except it's all the way around. So it's not just like the back bit. It's like, I only have hair on the top part of my head. And then, like, from, like, here, which is, like, my temples, all the way around in a circle is, or a half circle, I guess, is shaved. So more like, if I were to put my hair up, it would be a mohawk. If that makes sense. But, like, not all the way down. Your gender is now crabs? Okay. Okay. I forgot Streamlabs did that. I hate it here. I'm so sorry. We won't know for sure if it works until the machine is built. So I could send the costume I'm making back to last week. I'd love to have another week to prepare for Kamima. That might be possible with time travel, but not with time leaping. Okay, now I know my next haircut. Alright, Blue. I am very excited for you. Say you had a test last week. Now that you know the answers, you could send that knowledge to yourself and ace a test, but you couldn't go back and hand yourself a cheat sheet. So, Mayushi's mind goes into Mayushi's 1 week ago? Exactly. While this conversation has been going on, I've been steadily purchasing items from Kurisu's shopping list. You can't bring stuff, but you can bring your memories. I get it. But then what about Mayushi 1 week ago? Where do her memories go? I assume they get overwritten. We haven't tested it though, so there's no way to be sure. She disappears? Your memories right now include your memories from back then, so even if she does disappear, you don't really lose anything. I guess you could say you're just adding your memories from 1 week to the future. Then, if Mayushi's memory leap into Mayushi 1 week ago, what happens to Mayushi now? My ear is acting some pretty you guys know what that word is. Questions today. But I guess anyone would ask the same. Mayushi's memory jumped to the past, but my body's still here, right? What happens to my memories that go bye-bye? You become an empty shell. No, that can't be right. That wouldn't make sense. My assistance device merely records your memories data, and in other words, it's just a backup. Your original memories are still inside you. Nothing inside the brain is lost. Don't become an empty shell. Besides, neither personally nor consciousness is transferred to begin with. Your body shouldn't become an empty shell, and your consciousness shouldn't leap either. No, wait. There's another issue here. Actually, won't you become a new Mayuri, one who received memories from the future 1 week ago? Not that anybody, including me, would be able to tell the difference. Then, does the Mayushi who had the normal memories before the time leap get erased by the Mayushi who repeated the week with extra memories? This is getting complicated. That's right, she's erased. In other words, you relive the week. You can do things the same, or you could do something completely different. Reject humanity, become crab. And you keep your old memories of the week that disappeared. Then, does that mean... The questions keep coming. She's trying hard to understand in her own ditzy way. So I redo the week, okay. But what if I decide to go to Ikebukuro with my friends instead of coming to the lab today? What happens to the Mayushi talking with Okarine now? The present would change to match the past, and this conversation would never happen. Oh, and you wouldn't notice a difference, Okarine. Right, no one would notice. Oh my god, I'm receiving mail. Thanks, that helps. I'll keep plugging away at the time link machine. After all, I'm a lab mem. Ah. Check humanity, become crab. That would be kind of sad. For who, me? No, for Mayushi. I don't get what she means. Good night, don't steal Tears elbows or mine, bye. Have a good night, buddy. Maybe that's why Chris Chan doesn't want to change the past. She nods to herself with a bright smile. Oh, I just thought of something. Can you time leap into the future? Maybe, but there wouldn't be a point. Kurisu and I reached that conclusion yesterday. The memories you send overwrite the memories at your destination. If you send your memories 1 week into the future, then the future would lose 1 week of memories. Reject humanity and eat lug. No steal Tears elbow and knees and replace them with crab. I simply need my elbows and my knees. The whole point of our time leap machine is to affect past events. We don't need to worry about the future. Besides, you're less likely to reach the future than you are the past. And that's because the future is inherently unpredictable. For example, do you think you'll have the same phone number for all eternity? How should I know? Exactly my point. Assuming that's a gift for Bunny when they come back. Oh. Okay, okay. And remember, pagers became obsolete with the advent of cell phones. Similarly, our phones may be replaced by some other device in the future. In order for the time leap to succeed, the target you must have a phone whose number you know. As long as that condition is met, there should never be a problem with setting the destination. The real problem is what's inside the phone wave near the change, is acting as the lifter. Until we figure that out, we can't reproduce the discharge phenomenon at all. Or at will. The phone wave needs to change will remain incomplete. On the other hand, if we can figure it out, we'll have an endless source of electrons that, unlike CERN, needs no tuning. I'm exhilarated. The phone wave needs to change is evolving by the day. Our invention of the time leap machine will put us light years ahead of CERN, even though that's not a measure of time. Time travel will finally become a reality. I can't wait to try it out. My soul yearns for the taste of chaos. I barely managed to keep from bursting out in mad laughter. Come to think of it, more than 1 week has passed since we sent the first email. And although there was that strange, threatening email, there remains no sign of Men in Black coming to haul us away. How's Steins Gate? Steins Gate is great. Steins Gate do be Steins Gating, where they're just simply like, we can send text messages to the past, but you know it'd be actually way better if we could turn our memories into data and send that to the past. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Inkbird, how are you doing? For Nadaru, CERN hasn't discovered our hacking either. The next problem is what will happen when we use the time leap machine. Light years of description of distance on time. I know. That's why I said that. In order to compensate a human's entire width of memory into the requisite 36 bytes, we have to borrow the LHC's back hole. I can't believe that Sir won't notice an unauthorized activation of the LHC. How do we keep them from finding us? We need a plan. Oh, I guess I can't go back to grade school, can I? I didn't have a phone back then. Mayuri's still talking about the time leap. Cake for your gender is now crab. I finished the six other than that part I was talking to you about. Yo! Yo! Cakebird, I'm so excited for this video. Oh my god, oh my god. I'm collecting all the genders. Mood, feel that. It's like saying miles ahead, it's fine. What is? Yeah, but miles... Oh, I just realized what you meant. You meant, like the light year thing. But, like, he was literally talking about, like, time. And you use light year as a description of time. Whereas miles ahead literally means that you are further along in a race. It's a measure of distance. It's simply not correct. Okay, your gender was stolen and replaced by crab. Scroll up. Where am I scrolling up to? I've simply read all of your messages. Time and space are conjoined? Like, kind of. Time is also just a made-up human concept, so not really. Miles is a measure of space. True. So is a time, and so is a light year. Is also a measure of space. Anyway, it's not the point. You want to go back to your elementary school days? I know exactly how you feel. If you repeat elementary school with the knowledge you have now, you get top grades and have an easy time bending the children to your will. Yeah, and I thought maybe I could see Grandma again. I see. I'm afraid that's not possible. Dude, every Canadian I've ever met measures long distances in hours, not kilometers. This is true. But that's like the time it takes to get to a place. We're agreeing on all the things except for the fact that he simply used light year wrong. He used the word light year wrong. Mayuri's grandmother passed away when Mayuri was in elementary school. Yeah, it's not too bad, but I guess I don't really need to see her. I still remember her words, her smile, and her wrinkly hand patting my head. So even if I don't see her again, I'm okay. What I really want to see is little Ocarine again. Back then I was already a scientist without equal, a titan towering above the other children. You can hardly be blamed for desiring to meet the child prodigy who would one day be feared as the great mad scientist Hoenn Kyouma. Time and space are connected as all things make it back to one another. Yeah. We're having 3 separate conversations and you guys are acting like it's one conversation. Everyone's saying words in my chat. I don't want to meet Hoenn what's-his-face, I want to meet Ocarine. I am Hoenn Kyouma. Always have been. Always will be. Mayuri just doesn't get it. So I disregard her comment. Anyway, there's no point. You haven't matured at all since that time, so nothing would change if you went back to elementary school anyway. Light years are a measure of space, and therefore a measure of time, as it takes time to travel distance in space. Yeah, but it's not a measure of time. So it's a measure of space. Because here's the thing. That would be like saying a kilometer is a measure of time, when there are simply many ways to travel a kilometer that take different amounts of time. So you wouldn't measure time with a kilometer. The same thing with a light year. A light year is a measure of distance. Hey, that's not true. Mayushi's all grown up now. The only thing is growing is how much you eat. I'm not saying that. That's not true. Mayushi's a real woman now. A real woman? I kind of want to hear the details, but she probably doesn't know what she's talking about. Besides, I think Okarine's the one who hasn't changed since then. Isn't that what I said? I was already a genius mad scientist when you met me. The shopkeeper shoots me a glare. I guess this isn't the best place for maniacal laughter. Better get those parts and head back to the lab. But the only way to travel a light year is in a reasonable point in time is to be at the speed of light. But we can't reach the speed of light, so that's a new point. That's not what it is, though, Huffle. Like, a light year is the distance that light travels in a year. Not in general. So, like, a kilometer is... Like, it goes into smaller and smaller increments, right? Okay, so, like, a kilometer is, like... is the big increment of, like... You know what I mean? Like, okay, so, like... For instance, let's start with, like, an inch, right? So an inch is this width of your finger, approximately, right? So it started with that. And then a foot is literally was the size of the average foot. So it's like... So you know what I mean? So a light year... The only thing that can travel a light year in a year is light. But it's not a thing of time. I was making memes of long words. Okay. 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 There were simply no long words in there. You know? We did turn the music down. Okay. We finish our shopping and come out in front of the station. Long amount of worst? At what point do they realize we troll? As in, I realize you guys are trolling? When you become funny. When the joke is funny. The joke hasn't been funny yet. So anyway. By the way, Mayuri, how, have you not been working recently? Working? You mean at Lemonade? Of course, maybe Queen Nan doesn't exist in this current wholesome Akiba. Kamima's coming up, so I'm taking a few days off. The music's trying to start, and then it keeps stopping. I got costumes to make. How many costumes are you making this year? 3. One for Katie-chan, one for Fubuki-chan, and then there's one for Luka-chan. I wonder if Rukuko is still refusing to wear it. I can't hardly blame her. I mean, however cute she looks, but she's not. She's simply not. No, wait. That was before we sent the email. Now Ruka's a girl, I guess. How confusing. It is 10. I've been up since 6 in the morning. I'm gonna go to sleep. Have a good night, Ollie. Ah, it's Moika-san. What? I look where Mayuri's pointing and see Moika squatting by the staircase, staring hard at her cell phone. She looks more tired than the last time I saw her. There are a huge bag under her eyes and her hair is frayed. The intensity of her expression makes me hesitate to call out to her. She's probably just ignore me like before. Wait, is it because I turned it all the way down? Is that what happened? Did I accidentally... Oh, I did turn it all the way down. Wanted it there. That's why, okay. On the other hand, she is a lab mem. I can't just ignore her. Hey! Don't... I'm gonna call her Shining Finger because, oh my god, just calling her Finger, that's so weird. Hey, Shining Finger, why the long face? Do-do-do! Moika-san, what are you doing here? Moika doesn't look up. He remembers something that I can't make out. Hey, are you listening? If you have a problem, the insane mad scientist Howin Kyomo will gladly assist. But be warned, by the time I'm through, Akiba will be an ocean of blood. Moika suddenly jerks Umbra to the poke of an electric prod. She lifts her head and stares at me with wide eyes, then jumps to her feet and walks right up to me. This is the first time I've seen Moika express such emotion. What is it? What's wrong? She doesn't speak. That hasn't changed. Instead, she looks down and starts typing on her phone. Guess I should be ready for a mail. Oh, I'm not doing this. What happened to the time machine? What do you mean, what happened? Are you still using it? Did you figure out how it works? We don't fully understand it yet. We're in the middle of upgrading it. It's amazing! This time we might even be able to time leap! What's a time leap? Tell me more. Don't write anything about it, otherwise we'll have to expel you from the lab. Moika shakes her head violently. Who else can't teep today? Me, all the time. Guess you won't write an article. Our hacking of CERN has uncovered a new possibility for the phone wave needing to change. It's a form of time travel made possible by borrowing CERN's equipment. This discovery will begin a new age of human civilization. No longer will men be slaves to time. Any future you could desire can be yours. And history will record that we, the Future Gadget Laboratory, changed the world forever. Oak Green, that was really confusing. You lot Mayushi. How can you not be moved by my speech? I'm talking about the becoming legends here. Moika bites her lip and types out a mail in irritation. Then she grabs my arm and digs her fingernails. It hurts. Unhand me! But Moika does not listen. What's a time leap? The time leap is a way to send your memories to the past! We found a way to make that possible. Soon we will complete the machine and become the undisputed lords of time. Oak Green came up with the idea, and Chris-chan told us how to do it. Daru's-kan helping, and Mayushi and Oak Green are shopping. Moika suddenly releases me. Her eyes are blank, unfocused. She squats down on the spot. Just as we found her, she seems utterly drained of energy and will. Are you okay, Moika-san? Do you feel sick? That's amazing. You made a real breakthrough. Congratulations. When will it be finished? She's simply a lab member. She's allowed to know. I can't be sure. There are still several problems remaining. If they don't give us too much trouble, I guess we'll have it done in a week. On the other hand, we can't do anything until they're solved. Everything is a choice of Steins Gate. I have faith there exists a path to success. And once a door is opened, the chaos for which I have so long shall at last descend upon the earth. Trumpets will sound from the highest heavens, and the final battle, Ragnarok, will begin. Who are you fighting, Oak Green? The organization, of course. Their rule must end once and for all. Wow, don't do anything dangerous, okay? Why does my ear insist on worrying about me? Oh? Moika's lips curve into a smile. Okay, so the caption said, her lips curve into a smile. So you would expect her to be, like, smiling right now, and she's simply not. So the laughing sound coming from, like, this face is really disturbing and I do not like. My camera is not in the thing. What the F? has that been a thing? It's a little concerning. She rises to her feet unsteadily, then staggers off into the crowd. It's like she's forgotten about us completely. Mayuri and I can only watch her go. There's an indescribable aura about her that holds us back. What do you think is wrong with Moika-san? I've known she was kind of strange ever since I met her, but this... Maybe she's an escaped mental patient or something. I have hiccups that won't go away, I'ma cry. Boyd, I would like you to... the laugh coming from that depressed face. I know, right? Boyd, I would like you to listen very carefully. Are you listening very carefully? I need you to confirm that you are listening very carefully to me. Yes, okay. Pineapples. Not that her insanity can possibly compare to mine, for I desire nothing less than total and absolute chaos. This guy has such a good laugh. Oh, that doesn't work on me? Okay, go chug a glass of water or something. Well, now Ocarina's acting weird. Mayushi's worried. Mayushi looks scared, so I ceased my manacle laughter a few minutes earlier than planned. Oh, the spooky music has started. The spooky music has started. This is very good. It is popcorn time. Bonk! For earlier. Afterwards, Mayuri and I go separate ways. She apparently has to deliver a costume to her friend, Fubuyuki. You must have lungs of steel. I mean, you breathe when you laugh. When I return to the lab with my spoils of war, something surprising, though not too surprising come to think of it, catches my eye. Kursu is on the computer. As soon as she notices I've returned, she quickly closes the window on the screen. Hi! Think you could knock? I simply live here. What do you mean? It's just like, can you knock? It's just like, this is my house. This isn't your room. Besides, I have to be a fool to knock. There could be assassins lying in ambush. Assassins? Here? Are you stupid? Eh. Anyway, Christina, what were you looking at just now? What are you saying Daru for? Daru is simply not here. I already know the answer, of course. I caught a glimpse of the screen before she closed it. I was doing research. Looks like she plans to continue this charade. I drop my bags and go to the computer. Stay back! I slip at Kurisu's blocking arms and restore the minimized window. It's just at channel. If Dara was here. Oh. Got a problem? Wait, I think one of those things said, do we have a 9/11 truther here? I should have read that. Hey, what's with this? This is awful laughter. Have no fear, Christina, or should I call you @Channeler Chris? Don't call me that. I already knew. That's right. I realized long ago that you were an @Channeler. The worst fate has been bestowed upon you. The nerds have found out that you go on Reddit. You can go back panels, I think. You simply can't. It's awful. You can't hide it from me. You reek of @Channel corruption. How rude. I make sure to apply light perfume every day. Fool. That's not what I meant. I'm talking about the scent of your soul. My soul? What's that supposed to mean? Explain. Why? So you can learn how to hide it? Shut up. Just explain already. There's nothing to explain. You see at-channel memes in conversation. You have to be stupid not to notice. This man said memes. He said memes. There was the word memes in the video game. The word memes has been officially in the video game. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. No, Keith, I've played this game before. You simply can't. I've already checked. You simply can't. Someone just asked if we have an effing 9 truth. Yeah, in the thing. No, guys, there's simply a meme on the screen that you guys simply have an emote for in chat. The feels bad man meme is simply in chat. Keith, you're having a lot of trouble with the Among Us. Guys, but feels bad, man. Like, has feels bad, man been a meme since 2010? Like, I didn't know that. Do you even had that meme here? You mean, like, the universal Twitch emote of feels bad, man? Like, I'm pretty sure it's like, just an emote. It doesn't matter. The point is that I'm shocked that that meme is from 2010. That's an at-channeler meme, too. Oh yeah, I thought she was doing that on purpose. Your soul is tainted with the essence of at-channel. You cannot hide it, not in such close proximity to another one who uses at-channel memes in actual conversation. Your soul resonates. It doesn't exist. Why are you guys bad at this? Cakebird is like the only one who knows what's up. Like... Yeah, it's simply a global emote. Alright, guys. That's it. It's all Hashida's fault. But it's cute how you try to hide it at Channeler, Chris. Don't call me that. She glares at me hard. If looks could kill. She has no sense of humor at all. I should be more careful in the future. But I don't understand. You were raised in America, so how are you so familiar with @channel? You can browse @channel from America. Need I say more? Ah, I get it. Living in an English-only environment made you hungry for Japanese. But did you have to resort to @channel? I mean, if you believe the pseudo-intellectuals in the media, browsing @channel is like reading scribbles on the bathroom wall. Sure, it's not the friendliest place, but I couldn't find anywhere that felt more Japanese. Anyway, can I ask you a favor? What is it? I don't use Twitch anymore, I never used before your stream. I didn't grow up using Twitch chat. Okay. You literally type in feels bad man and it shows up. I'm going to sleep now. Good night, Huffle. And for the record, I didn't either. The first time I ever used Twitch was when I started streaming in 2016. And I wasn't even on Twitch then. The community of Twitch, I started, like, interacting with it in 2020. Before then, I usually just watch VODs that people uploaded onto YouTube. Just for the record. Also, hi Liam, how you doing? Kirsty turns away and mumbles something. But her voice is so low I can't make it out. If you have something to say, say it. Kirsty turns bright red, but her sullen expression doesn't change. Don't tell anyone else about this. What difference does it make? Dara is the most hardcore @channeler who ever lived, and Mayuri's an otaku too. Even I browse @channel regularly. With all random caps, it doesn't have random caps. It's feels with a capital, bad with a capital, with it, and then man with a capital. You can take your mouse and go over the emote and it shows you. And then if you don't want to do that, you can also, there's like a little thing in the corner that shows all the global emotes and you can click on it and it just shows all of them. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Just boldly write hobbies browsing @channel on your resume. Not a chance, you idiot. What? You mean you'd rather post anchors on VIP? I don't know what that means. God, I hate myself for understanding those words. Well, whatever. If it will help you focus on the time leap machine, I'll keep your secret for now. Besides, it's just a matter of time before you make another mistake and reveal your true colors. You can still do it on your phone. You can literally click on the emote and it will show you what it is. You don't have to worry about me. Remember that I represent my entire laboratory when we present our research, even though even though there were men twice my age on the project. I'm an expert at dealing with people. I have no trouble keeping it a secret. I don't know what that means. Okay, hold on. We have to check what that one means, actually. Because I have no clue what that means. I had a clue with the other ones, but not this one. There we go. What is this? An old @channel term first seen on the program board and is a short for null pointer exception, which is an error seen in the Java programming language when someone announces great response is to smack them on the head and say, yeah, I don't know about this one, Chief. I don't know what this is. Greasy fake gets even redder, and then she falls to her hands and knees in defeat. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what it is. Just as I thought, @channel is in her blood and bones. She doesn't have a prayer. As night fell, we tried to activate the phone wave nature to change again, but as expected, the discharge did not occur. Yawn. Mayuri is at her sewing machine, putting some finishing touches on a costume. She got back earlier this evening after delivering a different costume to her friend, Fubiki-chan. She's been working on this costume ever since. Come to think of it, she usually heads home around 7 or 8, but today she's still hard at work. Mayuri, go home before it's too late. Your parents will worry. It's okay, I'm gonna stay the night. Really? She's never done that before. Yep, I already told Mom and Dad. Are you staying to work on your costume? It won't be done in time for Kamima if I don't. I'm surprised your parents let you stay. I've met her parents any number of times. They're as ditzy as Mayuri. But still, I don't think they'd appreciate their underage daughter staying overnight in this dirty lab. It must be an overwhelming charisma. No, wait. That makes me sound like a good person, so that can't be it. Of course, Mayuri's parents were so afraid of my insanity that they sent me their only daughter as a hostage. Reported. Kirisi calls up from the development room. She's been tinkering with the phone wave needs to change, but I guess she was listening. What would you do if I called the cops on you? I unleash my right arm on traitors, Christina. Yeah, Chibiyo, whatever. I told Mom and Dad that Chris-chan would be here, then they said okay. Wait, so I have to say too? Yep, don't you have to work on the phone wave? I guess, but I don't relish the thought of spending the night here, at least not with a certain somebody around. Environment matters, Christina. This is a place of science and research. You shouldn't have no trouble concentrating on your work. Trust the great Hoween Kyoma. Also, it may surprise you to learn that I have equipped this lab with a system that simulates brain function. So if you were wondering where my incredible genius come from, now you know. It's because I sleep in this room every night. This stimulating system of yours, I assume, has been dumping toxic waste in your brain? You sound like environmentalist, zombie. Mayushi knows. You're talking about that, right? Curiously comes out of the development room to check what Mayuri's pointing at. This air freshener? Ocarine said the smell makes you smarter. He bought it at Akiba. Oh, when was that? About 6 months ago. It was on sale for 500 yen. I'm starting to think even you don't believe the stuff you say. And besides, this air freshener is empty. Yeah, when I went to buy replacement packs, they had already stopped selling them. Well, whatever. I was planning to stay either way. I'll join you, Mayuri. Really? That's great! On one condition. Okabe leaves. Me? Leave? I practically live here! This lab was promised to me by Steinsgate! It's a dwelling place of my soul! We girls are staying here overnight, so you filthy boys need to show respect. Your home isn't even far from here, right? He has another house? He doesn't live here? Ocarine lives close to Mayushi and Ikebukuro. They live in Ikebukuro? Why do they hang out here? What the F? Mayushi, okay, tell her to have some fun at coming up for me. I don't think I can go this year. I just don't have the energy. I'm completely burnt out. I can hear her voice shouting, "Get up, Joe!" and someone saved from the world collapsing. Okay, hold on. It's not like you putting yourself together. I need your help finding the IBM 100. What happened is your organization attacking. Rescue with me again, are you? Don't make me worry. Yeah, we'll send that. Why does he do the things he does? I don't know. I don't know why he lives... Like, I thought he lived here. I don't think they mention in the anime that he has a house somewhere else. Wait, what? That's like less than 30 minutes by train. Anyway, I'm not going to need your help tonight, so just go home like a good boy, okay? Gracie called him a good boy. Oh boy. But I refuse. What? Are you planning to... Shut up. They're saying words at each other now, and I just don't know what they... And why did you... They're saying words at each other. I can't leave two young girls here alone. Minor's guardians. But Ocarine's a minor too. I'll be 20 in less than a year and a half. In other words, Steinsgate has decided that I am an adult. Franz is 18, and he's just like, I'm practically 20. I'm practically 20. He's like, but you're 18, bro. He's like, I'm practically 20. Bro. I'm pretty sure that makes you a minor just like us. Chris-chan, I don't think Ocarine would do anything bad. I mean, we've been together for more than 10 years, and he hasn't... That's so cool for you, Mayuri. But he took you hostage, didn't he? Yep, actually, I'm still his hostage. We should kick him out of the room. I sighed deeply and placed a hand on my forehead. You disappoint me, Christina. This lab is a place of science. We are above such petty concerns as... If you must speak of these vulgarities, then I have to ask you and your... to leave. Looks like they was enough to convince Kurisu. She gives me a fine gesture as she returns to the development room. So Christina really does have a birthmark on her butt. No! He just left. He's just like, I'm gonna stay the night, but also I'm gonna leave for a walk. I'll be back. They're bonding. Clearly, that's what's happening. It can't possibly be anything else. After working on the phone waiting to change for about an hour, I head to a convenience store to buy dinner. Dara hasn't shown his face at all today. He must be busy with that part-time job. I still don't know what he's doing exactly. Probably something that utilizes his super hacker skills. I just hope he steers clear of the law. While walking, I skim a channel on my phone. Peter hasn't shown up lately. I think it's been a week since his last appearance. I've been reluctant to contact him ever since he called me the Messiah in his last email. This was about the same time he stopped posting. Now channel's Dinsies are busy slandering Teeter. The majority opinion is that he ran away. I wonder where Teeter went. I tried emailing him the other day, but he hasn't replied. His disappearance is especially worrying now that I think he might be Suzuha's dad. I need to contact him somehow. Just then, mail arrives. It's funny, they can both want to strangle each other. They're bonding. Huh. Not only is this a whack email, but it has an attachment. I feel like things are about to get real whack. I would simply start bawling my eyes out in the street if I got a message that, after the "we're watching you" message, and then you get a message like this that says "you know too much." I would start crying. I don't even want to know what this attachment is, but here we go. The police. We go to the police immediately. This is police business. It feels as if a cold hand stroked my spine. It's definitely a doll, but that's not the point. The point is that police immediately. I hug myself, shuddering at the sight. I delete the email immediately. It's happening again. The police! The police right now! This is bad. Yeah? Really bad. Yeah, you think? This is a threat. No effing is it a threat. Was it sent by the organization? By CERN? Does CERN know what we've been doing? Should I report it to the police? Yes! Yes, you definitely effing should! Why did you delete the email? Wait, I can't. I just deleted it. You're stupid for that. Wait, again, is this a delusion or... he had a message come through that said, "we're watching you," or something like that. And in any case, a picture alone probably isn't enough to get the police involved. It most certainly effing is! If you got a random text message from a random, like, number, and it had, like, "you know too much," and, like, a picture of a disembodied head, I think the police might put you under some protection. So maybe I should talk to someone, but who? Not the girls. I can't worry know with this. I'm the adult here after all. I'm 18. What about Moika? No, she may be a lab but she's been acting weird lately. Even if I tell her what this, she won't be of any use. Suzuha has her father to worry about. I guess that leaves Daru. I need to find out whether CERN has discovered our hacking. What would CERN do if they did find out, I wonder? They wouldn't have us killed, would they? Despite my efforts to convince myself that this is just a prank, my feet hurry back to the lab. Why would you think that's a prank? Well, funny prank, bro. I burst into the lab, gasping for air, and quickly locked the door behind me. Finally, I can catch my breath. But just then I realize that something's wrong. Mayuri and Kurisu aren't here. Did they go home? No, their bags are still here. The lights are still on. The door... When I entered just now, it was unlocked. They'd be so careless? The memory of that threatening email fills me with fear. Don't tell me. Were they kidnapped? Who took them? The organization? CERN? And then I hear a noise. Is that the shower? The lab has a shower inside the dressing room. Now, I'm worrying right now because I feel like he's gonna open up, like, they're fine, by the way. Like, they're fine. Like, there's not gonna be, like, hanging girls in the shower. But I'm really scared that he's gonna, like, rip back the curtain and it's gonna show a picture of both of them. Anyways. The Lara has a shirt inside the dressing room. There's no bath. We can't afford such luxuries, and it's too small to fit more than one person inside. Now we hear the sound of water running. Oh. It did this. It did this. I recall the famous scene from Hitchcock's Psycho. No. Okay, that was actually cool. Fresh blood mixing into the water and flowing down the drain. The corpses of two girls sprawled out naked on the tile. I'm so worried. I'm so on edge. The second those images flash in my head, I slam open the door to the shower room. Okay, there we go. There's the warning. Is everyone okay? I was right. I was right. I was right. I was right. They do show a picture. I predict this game, so to be fair, they don't actually show any of the nakedness. But like I'm so smart with this game. Anyway. What are you doing? That's Curiously talking about. No peeking, oh green! Even through the seam, I see the wet, naked bodies of the two girls. Mary squats down while Kurisu bashfully twists her body, trying desperately to hide her unmentionables. And their face is red because of the heat, or... Ooh, you're still alive. Man's just simply... has, like, no reaction to this. He's just like, oh my god, you're still alive. Oh my god, thank god. I whip the cold sweat off my brow and sigh deeply. The door, still open. There's still... yeah. Don't scare me like that. What are you guys doing packed in that tiny shower anyway? Hershey shoots me a deadly glare. Get out, you perv. Man's got punched. I dodge a bar so aimed at my face and quickly flee the dressing room. So anyway. Well, I suppose that was all my fault. Mayushi's sad. I feel kinda dirty. You're gonna regret this. I'll never forgive you. No, it was just a small misunderstanding. I mean, why the hell did they decide to take a shower together when they knew I was coming right back? It's like they wanted to be seen. No, man. They simply just wanted to take a shower. Kurisu especially. After all that talk about not wanting to spend the night with me around, she sure dropped her guard awfully fast. It's because you left, dude. It's simply because you actually left and they were like, we should take a shower now before he comes back. You're just lucky it was me who walked in on them. What if it had been the organization? They need to get serious. We're fighting for our lives here. Oh my god, it did the... Guys, I didn't think it was gonna do a flashback to 2 seconds ago. Anyway. Now, see, now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. So we're just gonna... I'm just gonna continue reading. By the way, I didn't see a Mongolian spot on Kirsty's butt, naturally. Nice? They're minors! Liam, no! Liam, she's 17! Liam! Liam, no! Liam, she's 17. Anyway, how much longer are they going to shower? That's what I want to know, because then it will stop being on my face, you know? Looking at the clock, it's already been more than 15 minutes since I got back. They were yelling at me a few minutes ago, but now I hear laughter and happy squeals coming from the shower room. Doesn't look like they're having a good time. They got along almost like sisters. They're talking about, like, I want to just simply, I dropped out of college, dropped myself a whole new realm of knowledge. They're just talking about, like, their bodies now. They're just like, wow, Christian, you're so slim. But my Yuri, your breasts are so big, I'm jealous. Like, no one talks like this. No one talks like that. It did it again. It flashed back again. I'm just, I need them to be out of the shower so that, like, I can simply show the game. That'd be so cool. I don't even want to read this. We're gonna skip. He was just thinking about the picture, and so it showed the picture again. And he's like, I put my phone to my ear. It's me. We have a problem. I'm under attack from the Mongolian Spot and Ditzy sisters. They're going directly after my sanity. A bold move against the insane mad scientist Hilwin Kyoba. This is the strongest offense I've encountered so far. I realize now that vulnerability itself can be a powerful weapon. They're pulling out all the stops, and I don't think... I'm just gonna stop. I swear to God, this is not in the anime. In the anime, he gets, like, I'm pretty sure I remember the bar of soap being thrown at him, and then he just kind of, like, sits in a chair until they get out of the shower. So, like, this whole thing, I don't even want to know, man. I'm good. Skip. 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 He's going outside. Oh my god, thank God. Guys, this game, it's so good. Love this game. Love the story. But sometimes you can just tell it's a visual novel, you know? And sometimes you can also tell it's made in 2010. And it just be like that. You know? Anyways, it's been 2 days. 2 days have passed since Kurisu and Mayuri came to stay. During that time, Daru and I have done our best to support Kurisu's work on the VOD exchange. According to Daru, it should be easy to use the LHC to generate black holes for our use. The black holes form at the proton collision point, where the lifter is installed, and exist for only a few seconds before evaporating. During those few seconds, CERN throws a human into the singularity. We'll use those few seconds too. The gravity of the black hole compresses matter to infinite density. CERN uses the lifter to keep the compression under control, but we don't want that. We're going to dial CERN's lifter down. Not so much that it endangers the world, of course, but enough to compress our memory data to under 36 bits. Bytes. Daru has been coding the necessary program. You know, just cash. As for me, I've been searching for our lifter, the unknown device that pumps electrons into the foaming interchange and keeps our black hole open. Curious if you could find anything that could serve as a lifter inside the microwave, so it must be something on the outside. We're not sure what that could be, and so far we have no idea where to start looking. Yesterday I consulted Daru about that threatening email, but Daru insisted there is no way CERN could have discovered his hacking yet. Of course I had him make doubly sure we hadn't been tracked. His test came back clean. I understand he's confident in his skills, and I trust him. If Daru says they haven't found out, then they haven't. But somehow knowing that does not ease my anxiety. Oh, I have mail. Mail. Ruka! Have you gone to any festivals or fireworks shows this summer? Maybe you have some plans to go with Mary-chan later. Please, I did. Ooh. No, too crowded. I'm being chased by that. I need to... I don't know, but I'm pretty sure she's busy. I like this one. It's Friday, and although we still haven't solved the lifter problem, Kurisu is just about done with the time leap machine. Phone. Naturally, that means it's time for her to give me something else to worry about. For the final adjustments, we need to use the phone wave. I groan. In other words, we have to cause the electrical discharge. There's a risk involved. A risk called Mr. Braun. As we know, the discharge phenomenon causes the entire building to shake. Last time, Mr. Braun threatened to raise our rent if it happened again. Kurisu and Daru look at me. It's up to you, Ocarine. Take care of it. In other words, you're sending me to die. Your sacrifice will allow us to complete the time meat machine. Besides, you're always the one who talks to the boss for us. Well, maybe it's time for you to put your lives on the line. I can't! That girl who works there hates me. Fine, but hear this. I will not die. Like the immortal phoenix, I will return no matter how many times it takes. With that said, I head down to handle things with Mr. Braun. Don't die, okay? As I pass through the lounge, Mayuri looks up from her costume to see me off. I have a bad feeling about this. When I step into the store, Mr. Braun, Suzuha, and the Chipmunk are watching some comedy shows on the massive 42-inch CRT. Watching TV at noon without a customer in sight. Looks like business as usual at the Braun Tube workshop. What's up, Ocarine Ritaro? I raise my hand in response to Suzuha's greeting. The Chipmunk, Nai, quickly hides behind her father when she sees me. I have mail. Who cares? Life has no meaning, it's all gone now, no one will look at me anymore. What can I do? Even if I shout, no one can hear. My voice can't reach the one most important to me. I walk alone through dusty gray streets forever, pursued by lukewarm rain, such in the fate of he defeated. Still, Ferris is here. Someone find me. Now, I have a bad feeling that this wasn't sent by Ferris. There's not a nya in there at all. I'm worried. Anyways, I see you're as busy as ever. Yeah, like there's no cat noises. Like when she messages people, she puts the cat like nas in there. And there wasn't any. I'm afraid. Okabe, buy a CRT. No thanks. I'm not some kind of retro TV otaku. I'd rather buy a LCD. I look around the store as I answer. I just thought of something. Like CERN's Large Hadron Collider, the Foe data to change, must have some kind of electric feed to keep the black hole open. CERN calls this feed the lifter. We still haven't figured out what that is, nor what could be acting as a substitute lifter in our time machine. What if our lifter is somewhere in this shop? Whatever it is must be in close proximity to the Foe wave data to change. It couldn't work otherwise, and the Brautu workshop is located directly below the lab. Could our lifter be a CRT? You've been having a lot of girls over lately, haven't you? Just the usual members. I was over the other day. Invite me next time. I want to talk to some young girls for a change. That's creepy, Mr. Braun. Mr. Braun, that is... Nine knows what's up. That's dirty. No, it isn't. It's marketing. I'm looking for new customers. Check out this scary-looking guy trying desperately to explain himself to his daughter. Hilarious. Ha 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 ha. What do you mean for a change? You talk to me every day. You're not young. Caesar has the same age as Dara and I, which makes her older than Mayuri and Kurisu. Mayuri and Kurisu are 17. Caesar is simply 18. That year, man. That year makes a difference. Did you say something, Okabiri Taro? Only the truth. Now, your father is happy as long as he has you, okay? Yep, I know, but don't say dirty things anymore, okay? It's a promise. Then he joins Pinkies with his daughter. Yeah, Mr. Braun, you're way off character. How does a guy like him produce a daughter like that? Naya's one of the kindest, gentlest girls I've ever met. I don't know why she's so afraid of me, though. Anyway, I came here to explain that the building's about to shake. How do I avoid having my head ripped off? How many more earthquakes do you think this building can handle? No, that's way too obvious. An earthquake is coming. My magic eye, reading Steiner, has seen it in the future. Escape while you still can. Yeah, that might work. Hey, did Shina and Mayuri stay over yesterday? Yeah. So, my Misaki Kurisu stayed too. Yeah, they're both upstairs. Oh. Suza has hostility towards Kurisu hasn't. I don't know what that word says. And how are you doing? Huh? Are you feeling better? Oh, yeah, I guess. The search continues. Huh? What's this about, part-timer? I'm searching for my dad. I told you before, remember? Oh, right. Go find her old man, Okabe. Why does he think he can boss me around? Huh, naturally, Shizuha has a fellow lab mem. Leave it to us. Shizuha looks at me with a smile that shines through the gloom filling the store. Okabe Ritaro, we're the same age, but sometimes you seem a lot older. You really know how to give people strength. That's the first time anyone said that to me. Makes me kind of happy. Ah, of course, I am the great Howin Kyoma. The chipmunk cowers in terror as I unveil my madness. I can see tears pooling in her eyes. I guess my aura is just too powerful for a grade school girl to endure. Okabe, next time you scare Naya, I'll kill ya. Sorry. I'm here a sec. Uh-oh, the spooky music started. So it takes my arm and leads me away from the Teneos who have come back to watching TV. I just want to say, be circumspect in your dealings with Makisa Kurisu. What? Circumspect? Why can't you just say careful, like a normal person? Not that I want to talk. This again? Aren't you just being paranoid? Zaha shakes her head firmly. No. Her pernicious has been proven. Good God, girl. Can you use normal words so I can read them? Is she saying Kurisu is dangerous? There's something strange about the way Suzuha is talking. It's not just her fondness for uncommon words. There's something else. Something... Genius is a threat. At heart, she only cares about her experiments. Suzuha's eyes are hard, and her voice is as cold as ice. I can tell that she means every word she says. Listen to me. She's using you all. Akashi Kurisu is connected to CERN. What? No, that's impossible. CERN is our enemy. If Daru's hacking is discovered, I have no doubt they will do everything in their power to destroy us. How can Kurisu be connected to CERN? You're saying she's a spy? Suza nods firmly. The credit for inventing the time machine was hers. Again, Suzuha's words sound strange to my ears, but I still can't place my finger on why. Don't let your guard down. I don't believe it. I saw Kurisu's anger when she learned what CERN had been doing. She called their actions a betrayal of scientists everywhere. How can someone with such a pure love of science be connected to CERN? But if what Suzuha says is true... The effing head. The effing head! Could she be the one who sent that threatening email? I suspect Moeka, but... Suddenly, the ground starts to shake. Kurisu started the experiment? But I haven't talked to Mr. Braun yet! Damn, it's too soon. Okabe! Sure enough, veins on Mr. Braun's forehead swell in response to the shaking. How many times do I have to tell you not to shake the building? Cute girls or no, I ain't letting you off. Your rent's going up. Wait, Mr. Braun, this isn't our doing. It's an earthquake. My magic eye, reading Stein, I predicted this would happen. An earthquake? You think I'd fall for that? The shaking gets more intense, knocking over a CRT. Braun, Tube-chan, no! Crap, I can't talk my way out of this one. Okabe, you bastard. Mr. Braun clearly wants to snap my neck like a twig, but he elects to protect his greatest treasure, the 42-inch CRT, instead. He grabs the remote and switches it off, then grabs hold of the TV and hangs on for dear life. Is it over? Looks like it. Wait, it's over. I carefully slip through the rubble and take the remote from the dazed Mr. Braun's hand. I press the red power button. The 42-inch CRT instantly comes to life. I stare at the image on the screen and smile. What's wrong? Very good laugh. I've done it! I've done it! This is the lifter! It's so obvious! Why didn't I see it before? Of course! This must be the work of Steins Gate. It chose this moment for a reason. What the hell are you laughing about, Okabe? You're scaring my daughter. I'm raising your rent, you hear? And you're paying for that CRT. A little science, please, Mr. Braun. This is the most glorious moment, for I have just been chosen as the ruler of all space and time. Stars explode behind my eyes, and Mr. Braun drives his fist into the top of my head. The world spins. I struggle to get a hold of my shaken brain. You dare lay hands on the grate! Got something to say? Well then, Mr. Braun, put it on my tab. With that, I fly out of the workshop. Boom, boom, boom. I rub my head. It hurts like hell. Damn that Mr. Braun. Did he really have to crack me so hard? Maybe I should report him for assault. Thanks to his brutality, I had to make a strategic retreat. Fortunately, I did not emerge empty-handed. The extra 10,000 yen a month will hurt, but in exchange I have acquired information essential to the success of my plan. All's well that ends well. Oh, Green, the building just shook. Are you okay? Mayuri and Kurisu peer in the second-story window. Looks like you really are unkillable. I've seen the future, Christina. In 3 minutes you will be on your knees praising my greatness. I don't think so. I run up the stairs. How could you miss something so obvious? When I tell Kiryu about the 42-inch CRT downstairs, that is her first reaction. Why are you blaming me? I'm not blaming you, I'm just disappointed that nobody, including myself, noticed. We missed the forest for the trees. To summarize, just now, when the phone needed to change shook the building, the CRT, the 42-inch CRT monitor was on. Hello, Raindrop! How are you doing? I forgot that I had tea here. Raindrop, you didn't miss too much. We've just found out what the lifter is for the time machine. So, like, the thing that makes it so the time machine actually, like, works. It's the big computer that's downstairs in, the workshop. But when Mr. Braun turned the TV off, the shaking stopped immediately. The discharge was interrupted. I put a banana in just to be sure. Nothing happened. I'm glad, we shouldn't waste food. Nobody replies to Mayuri's off-point statement. We're busy reading about capital ray tubes on the internet. It doesn't take long before we find something interesting. A cathode ray tube has a component called an electron gun, which uses extreme heat and a strong electrical field to accelerate electrons and turn them into a beam. The electron beam striking the TV screen phosphor layer is what generates the picture. An electron gun could certainly work as a lifter. Great problem. I have been following what I've missed by reading the plot on fandom.com. Oh, that's perfect, actually. Hopefully you don't spoil anything for yourself. We found the answer. The electrons emitted by the 42-inch CRT are holding the phone wave black hole open. And the discharge phenomenon is the result. So the reason we can't use the phone at night is because the Bronto workshop closed. Invest in the game? No, just enough to catch up with the stream. Okay, good. Dude, this game is awesome. Like, I think we, like, have just hit the halfway mark. Like, it is a long game. The Bronto workshop doesn't have especially strict business hours, but it usually opens from around 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. That matches up perfectly with my observation that the phone exchange only works between noon and 6 p.m. The few instances it hasn't worked during the time frame can be explained by the TV being off. They had read the plot on Reddit, that would have been funny. But how can a cathode ray tube emit such a strong electro stream? Ah yes, at channel. It's not about having a strong electron stream. If stronger were better, CERN would have solved the lifter problem long ago. I see, so it can't be too strong or too weak. By freak coincidence, the 42-inch CRT electric gun appears to have exactly the right level of electron discharge. It kind of sounds like your entire life right now, man. Like, literally accidentally invented a time machine. That's the only explanation. Somehow, the conditions here were perfect to create a time machine. Frankly, it's a miracle. No, Christina, not a miracle. This is the choice of Steins Gate. Rather than glare at me, as she has so many times in the past, Kiryu shoots me an exasperated smile. Whatever it is, it worked. Mayuri looks up from her costume with a question in her eyes. So, what do we have to do to complete Super Phone Wave Chan? Now that we've found the cause, there's nothing left to hold us back. We can safely conclude that time leaping is possible when, and only when, that television is on. We should probably test it, right? And there's still the final check of the phone wave to do. You're right, Okabe. What? Go downstairs and turn that TV back on. That's hilarious, Christina. Allow me to dub that. Mission impossible! I'm not going back down there. My head still hurts from last time. Next time, I doubt I'll make it out alive. Whatever, just go already. Kirsty orders me with a sour look. It's like I'm the assistant here. If anyone can do it, it's you. You made an amazing discovery just now, didn't you? Assistant mine, have you finally recognized my greatness as a mad scientist? No. Ah. Damn, that was harsh. Oh, whoops. I was supposed to flatter him so he would feel like going, right? Yes, you're an amazing mad scientist. It's too late! Anyway, now that you've found the lifter, the time leap machine is 99% complete. Kirsty's expression suddenly turns serious, but I can see the hunger in her eyes and the flush of excitement on her cheeks. She knows that we can stand on the threshold of a new age in science, and she cannot resist the lure of the unknown. She's a true scientist, no doubt about it. She chose murder. It's your dream, isn't it? To invent a time machine? Our dream. Our dream. It's our dream. Anyways, I've never really thought about it that way. But she's right. My hands are shaking. Not from fear of Mr. Braun, but from excitement. I'll become the undisputed Lord of Time. With that power, I will shatter the system and chaos will rule the... AO? Okabe. Kirsty interrupts my speech. I wasn't asking Hoenn Kyoma. I was asking Okabe. She spears me with her gaze. I meet it head on. After a few moments, I feel my mouth curve into a smile. I'll do it. Leave it to me. With that, I head downstairs. A cracked skull and an empty A cracked skull and an empty wallet are a small price to pay for science. Kirsty and Dario sent me off with applause for some reason. Mayuri is the only one who looks worried, but I pat her head in reassurance. This man's about to die. When I go downstairs, Suzuha and her chipmunk are sitting, and the chipmunk are sitting side by side on the bench outside. Please show us Okabe more. That simply wasn't Okabe. That was the joke. That's why he smiled. Because he was still simply Hoenn Kyoma. That was the joke. What's up? Oh my god, I got mail. You and Mayuri, don't go places together. You're both lab mems, and I heard you were childhood friends, so I thought... I'm sorry if I misunderstood. P.S. Rika thought we were dating. Alright. That reminds me, we should normalize head pats more. Range up, you know what? I agree. Honestly, yes, I agree. That gives me a quick bow, then hides behind Suzuha. That shaking upstairs put the boss in a bad mood. Nai and I are waiting it out. Damn, now I really don't want to go in there. Are you okay? Dad hit you pretty hard. I'll have you know that my brain is more valuable than the Mona Lisa. Your father may have set humanity back 100 years by wiping out my brain cells. Such a regrettable loss. Suzuha claps her hands in solemn prayer. I'm not dead, just my brain cells. I'm sorry. I just don't want to say that word. Dad did something bad. Chipmunk, what a gentle heart you have. I can't believe she's Mr. Braun's daughter. I suppose I share some of the blame. Your father and I are even. I can't give head pats, I'll just be like, you're short. This is simply not the same vibe, Keith. This is not the same vibe as getting a head pat. I smile slightly at my words of comfort. Now then, part-time warrior, I have a request of you. I need you to distract Mr. Braun for about 5 seconds. Suzuha's eyes start to shine. That's fair. That's fair. You mean seducing? She flexes her biceps for some reason. She knows what's up. Go on, touch it. She insists, so I poke it. It's just as hard as her confidence suggests. She's probably stronger than me. You think? Did not going on a bike ride with her where she simply didn't lose her breath at all, but you were like dying, did not clue you into that fact? Anyway. But I don't understand what flexing has to do with seduction. She doesn't actually mean seduction. She means knocking out. Nobody said anything about seduction. It doesn't matter how you do it. No, I was talking to Keith. Ah, understandable. I'm just too tall, it automatically means you're short. If you give head pats, if you do it condescendingly, yeah. I'm not much of a worry if I can't handle that. Besides, you said you'd help me search for my father, right? I'm only returning the favor. I see. Then I leave it in your capable hands. Okie dokie. Now, hear me out. Why don't you just ask her to go inside and turn on the TV? You know? Suzuha, don't be mean to Dad, okay? Don't worry, I won't be mean. Indeed. I want to complain that he's the one being mean, but I just said we were even, so I refrain. Wait here, Nai. The chipmunk nods. When we enter the store, we find Mr. Braun cleaning up the pieces of the broken CRT. When our eyes meet, another vein pops on his forehead. If you came to apologize, I'll listen, but your rent's going up, understand? I'm sorry, but what happened? I overreacted. As a token of apology, my lab's representative, Anmei Suzuha, would like to present you with a gift. Boss, get ready! With a vigorous shout, which in no way seems appropriate for seduction, Suzuha wipes off her jacket and... See, this was not what I was expecting at all. Why are they like this? Anyways, I'm gonna continue reading. Throws it into Mr. Braun's face. I think the idea here is that, like, she's wearing a sports bra underneath the jacket. And I know this because this happens in the anime. So she's like, this picture is like not her like naked. She's like spinning around and throwing the jacket in his face. But it looks weird, right? So we're just gonna continue reading. See, the caption is just, I can see her bra, but I've simply already explained that that is what happened, where she, just like in the anime, she's just wearing a sports bra underneath. No, wait, that's not a bra, but a tight tank top that leaves her midriff bare. So a sports bra. That's so cool for you, Okabe. Yet Shizuha shows no signs of embarrassment as she rushes Mr. Braun. She slips behind him, grabs her coat, and pulls it tight against his face. Okabe Ritaro, now's your chance! Now wait just a second. Is this your idea of seduction? It looks like you're trying to suffocate him. Hurry! The picture is still there, that's why I haven't changed it. Mr. Braun flailed his arm, trying to escape Suzuha's restraint. There's a huge difference in strength between the two. It's only a matter of time before he shakes Suzuha off. Well, don't worry, your heroism will be remembered. I don't trust this. The picture's gone, but I don't actually trust that it's actually gone, you know? Realizing that the only choice is to go for it, I dash to the counter, grab the remote, and switch on this 42-inch CRT. He turns off the TV. The TV turns on. After about 2 seconds, an image appears on the giant screen. An image appears. What is happening? Okay, so what is happening is basically she was like, I can distract him. And so what she did is she unzipped her jacket and threw it at his face, at Mr. Braun's face, went behind him, and then, like, took the jacket and, like, you know, put it so the jacket's, like, on his face. The thing is that under the jacket, she just wears, like, a sports bra. And now they're turning on a TV. All of us were turning on a TV. Yep. At the same time, the ceiling starts shaking. Kirisu's activated the phone wave needed to change, with perfect timing. That's Mr. Braun screaming. That's Mr. Braun screaming. I simply don't trust the show that picture again. It's shaking again, Okabe Ritaro. What's going on? Did she really take off her clothes without knowing why? You're a lifesaver, part-time warrior. If you can, keep him restrained for 10 more seconds. During that time, I escaped from the store. Okay, I trust that there's... Okay, we're good. I think we're good. We're good now. I think this is okay. Outside, nice following earthquake drill procedure. Crouching while protecting her head. I ignore that and look up to the second floor. At exactly the same time, Kurisu appears in the window and gives me a happy thumbs up. But a second later, she blushes, shoots me a glare, and disappears inside as if nothing happened. What's with her attitude? I'm risking my life here. In any case, the experiment was a success. The 42-inch CRT was the key, as I suspected. Now, how do I explain this to Mr. Braun? I don't want him to kick us out of the building. Perhaps I should have left it to Suzuha. I timely peeked inside the store to gauge the situation. Come on, boss, give me back my jacket. Oh no, they're just gonna show her in a sports bra. I can already feel it. They're gonna imagine it's a lazy Monday afternoon. You're working in your own damn workshop, and then this happened. To be fair, before this, they were all watching TV. The earthquake happened. A CRT monitor fell on the ground, and then like Okabe was there. He went back upstairs, did the thing, came back down, and like he's expecting an apology, and that simply did not happen. There's like a lot of things that have been happening. It's also Friday, but like. But, see, I'm worried now, because I know what this looks like in the anime, because in the anime, she's literally wearing a sports bra, and it looks like a sports bra, and it's like, and it just, like, it's like nothing, you know what I mean? But I'm worried what it's gonna look like here, because they're gonna show a picture of her. We're about to find out. Suzuha's there, fidgeting in her tank top as Mr. Braun glares down at her. Shut up, I'm confiscating this. I mean, that's fair. Finally home, welcome back, Ninjor. Things are about to happen, I think. You're the pervert. Throwing your shirt in my face like that, that's some kind of dancer, though, is pretty... Gotta remember to thank Okabe after I kill him. She's 18, she's 18, she's 18, Mr. Braun, she's 18. It is gross, you were right, Suzuha. Anyway, you can work like that for the rest of the day. Go stand out front and use that to attract customers. Bra. She better be effing ripped. Like, she better, like, they're gonna show a picture of her, she better be effing ripped. Like, I want her to look scary, you know? I'll tell an eye on you. Who's she gonna believe, you or her old man? No problems here. Suzuha's seduction strategy worked, I guess. Mr. Braun, what a guy. That is such a mood, Okabe. Like, that is actually... Sir, I'm pretty sure that's harassment. What a guy. Oh, we love visual novels from 2010. Alright, I'm nervous. Oh, they just simply don't show her. Okay, that's... ideal. I was so nervous. A little while later, I'm lying on the sofa watching high school baseball. Diptonti. Yep. Kumamoto and Achi are locked in a fierce struggle for the playoffs. Just then, the clack-clack of the sewing machine in the lounge suddenly stops. Ocarine, can you come here? She motions to me while holding the costume. What does she want? I walk over to her. Can you hold this for me? Spread it out like foop! I hear she say foomp again. Foomp! Daru. No one is like Stop it already. Mood, Kurisu. I followed Mayushi's direction and spread the costume out by the sleeves. Yo, Raindrop, thank you so much! Oh my god, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub gifted to Cakebird. I don't know if Cakebird is still here. Cakebird was here for a little bit. And thank you so much, Raindrop, I really appreciate that. Yo! Yo. Oh my god, oh my god. I just, like, I looked at the number. You're so close, Raindrop. Oh my god. That's so exciting. Cakebird! Cakebird, you have sub. Cakebird, you've simply... Now, Cakebird, have you gotten a gifted sub 4 times? Nice! Nice! You're very, very close. I follow Mayuri's direction and spread the costume out by the sleeves. She inspects it from a few paces away. It's hard to believe given her usual ditziness, but Mayuri is very serious about her art. That's why cosplayers value her costume so highly. The costume I'm holding now is custom-made for Ruika. I thought Ruika was against it, but I guess Mayuri managed to pursue her. Yeah. Raindrop, replying to the nice. Okay, thanks. Mayuri looks tired. She's been working all night. But that doesn't dim the brightness of her satisfied smile. Honestly, Mayuri is such a mood. Like, she is con crunching. Like, right before a con. And I'm pretty sure she gets paid for these costumes. I don't know, man. Finished! It's done? Yep, I finished before Chris-chan. We were racing. You win, Mayuri. Congratulations. Damn you, assistant. He treats me and Dario like garbage, but Mayuri gets a sisterly touch. Actually, I'm just about finished, too. Kiryu connects the 2 cords she's holding. Done! Celebration is in order. But nobody cheers. It's a tie! Man, I'm tired. I want Ferris-tan to comfort me. Honestly, I don't feel like cheering either. And it's not because I'm tired. We worked around the clock for 3 straight days to finish the leap machine, but now that it's complete, I realize that part of me never truly believed it would happen. I feel my enthusiasm cooling rapidly, the fire clenched by one stark question. What do we do with it? I looked at Kurisu. She too seems less than enthused. We may have created a monster here. I looked at the improved foam wave to change again. The biggest change is the headgear attached to the X68. It looks like something out of a low-budget cyberpunk movie. Fortunately, we don't need nerve jacks or brain chips for it to work. You just put it on and let the sensors do the rest. Why don't we decide what to call it first? I vote Heavenly Express. Phone Wave 3rd Edition version 1.00. Silly Hat Phone Wave Chan. No consensus. You guys have too much free time. Does that mean that you're abstaining from the vote? Time leap machine? That's terrible. Come on, simple is best, right? I mean, that's what Okabe's been calling it for the past 2 days. Looks like my assistant has 0 naming sense. I don't want to hear that from a Chunyoba headcase like you. This word, by the way, just means, like, main character syndrome. If anyone wanted to know. It's like the Japanese version of Mary Sue. Oh, so Mekichi knows the word Chunibyo. I sense your otaku level is quite high. It's simply... I heard it from a friend. I have no idea where it comes from. Ah, a bald-faced lie. Takes notes. It's just like a thing that I kind of picked up from watching anime. But like, I don't know, man. She should just confess at being an ad channeler. Kurisu meets my groom with an icy glare. The MC has MC energy. No, it's different than being the MC. It's like, it's main character syndrome. So, like, it's not like... So let's say, like, someone was writing a story about, like, me. Then, like, It's... How do I explain this, actually? Like, it's like a Mary Sue. So, like, a Mary Sue, like, the whole thing with Mary Sue is, right, is that, like, everything goes well for that person, like, everyone likes that person, like, they have, like, little to no adversaries, and, like, everything like that. The song I'm the Main Character in a nutshell? No, because the song I'm the Main Character is simply about Donald Trump. It is about Donald Trump. Like... I'm so sorry to break this to you guys. Will Wood's song Main Character is about Donald Trump. And Boris Johnson, I think, also. I think it's about both of them, but, like, it's definitely about Donald Trump. Like, it has so many references to him in it. But anyways, but yeah, Mary Sue more than, like, just being the main character. Kirsten meets my girl with an icy glare. It's up to you, Mayuri. Choose one. Whenever the lab is divided on a name, the right to decide belongs to Mayuri. I think Time Leap Machine is fine. Silly Hat Phone Wave Chan is super close, though. The power of plot armor? It's not even plot armor. It's exactly what a Mary Sue is. It's like, everything goes right for them 100% of the time. And then, like, they have, like, things like they have, like, really cool-looking hair, or they have, like, a very special power that only they have, and, like, it's, like, a bunch of stuff like that. Somehow I knew she'd say that. Like I said, simple is best. Mayuri gets it. I want to object, but it's an unwritten rule not to complain once Mayuri made a decision. Very well. Time Leap Machine it is. Assistant, explain for us all how the Time Leap Machine works. I know the basics, but I want to hear details. Guys, the phone wave name something to change, has changed its name. It's no longer phone wave named subject to change, it's simply Time Leap Machine. Kirsten nods and stands in front of the whiteboard. Oh my god, whiteboard time. Oh my god, whiteboard time. Oh my god, guys. Guys, it's time for bull science time. It's time for story science. I'm so excited. It's time for story science. In short, this device converts memories to data and sends them to the past. Let's begin with what we all know. By free coincidence, the phone wave is able to produce ring singularities, much like John Teeter's time machine. Through the ring singularities, we are able to set up to 36 bytes of data to the past. Send up to. The signal can only be received by phones. While that does limit the range of effect, it also removes an element of uncertainty from the equation. Unlike D-mails, memory data is sent in the form of a phone call, so we will be using a phone number, not an email address, to send the destination. The ring singularity is made naked and stable by a device known as a lifter. In our case, that's 42-inch CRT downstairs. She explained the basics. Next, she'll explain the modification she made to turn the phone wave nature of the change into a time leap machine. Oh my god, there's math happening on the board. Me on August 13th, 2010. You guys can't see it! Hold on. You guys simply have to see this. Like... anyway. The phone wave now has headgear attached. Nice, but squished. This headgear records the nerve impulses in the temporal lobe of the brain, specifically the CA3 region of the hippocampus, where memories are stored. Then, using VR technology, we encode the nerve impulses into an electrical signal. electrical signal data. It comes out to approximately 3.24 terabytes. 3.24 terabytes. It's less than I expected. We're talking about the entirety of a person's memories. By the way, we'll set it up so that data decodes automatically after a certain amount of time. They just put like a picture of the time machine. Hold on. Yeah, so they just put a picture of the time machine there. So I'm gonna put my camera back up there. Give. I'm having so much trouble right now. Anyways. You can It's pretty accurate too. By the way, we'll set it up so that data decodes automatically after a certain amount of time. Anybody well-versed in programming can do this. I had Ishida make the code. Anyway, next we send the memory data through to the net to the LHC in France. Frogcat? Oh. Some of the things don't appear on Chatterino. Okay, I can do Frogcat. We're 1 pixel off? I know, I can't fix it. Frogcat. I'll fix it when we go back, but I want you guys to continue seeing this face because it's lovely. This building has a direct line to CERN for some reason, so we can transmit data at an instantly high speed. How long does it take to send 3.24 terabytes of data? We have 64 direct lines in parallel, so if we send it in 64 parts, it should upload in about 45 seconds. That's pretty fast. Next, we hijack the LHC. Create a mini black hole, and use the black hole's supergravity to compress the data into 36 bits. Direct line to CERN. Yes, they do have a direct line to CERN. Suspicious. You can merge the overlay and cam as one pic, but I don't know how at the top of my head. I know, and I just simply haven't. 3 terabytes is about 3 trillion bytes. Compressing that into just 36 bits, that's one hell of a squeeze. Will the compression take long? It's practically instantaneous, 23 milliseconds or thereabouts. We're using a black hole after all. By the way, the compression only holds in the immediate vicinity of the black hole. Once the data leaves that area, it will begin to decompress on its own. This too takes 23 milliseconds. It has to make it back to the X68 and into the phone wave within that window. It's only 36 bytes, shouldn't be a problem. Continue, Christina. The data is being compressed. We use the phone wave to generate a Kerr ring singularity. When the electron discharge phenomenon occurs, we take the 36 byte data, patch it in, and send it to the past. Mashed banana. Timely, basically like D-mail. This part is just like a D-mail. The data travels to the specific time where it arrives at the recipient's phone. By now, 23 milliseconds should have passed, so the data will be fully decompressed. Next, the decoding program runs, converting the data back into a nerve impulse signal. These signals are discharged from the phone earpiece at approximately 0.02 amperes, a pretty weak charge. If the recipient has the phone to his ear, they should go straight to his brain, assuming he answers his phone. If he doesn't, the transfer fails. Fortunately, we lose nothing but that copy of the memory data. Why a phone call instead of an email? Because we need the recipient to put the phone to his ear, otherwise the signals won't reach his temporal lobe. She indicates the side of her head. In this area, you have the frontal lobe and temporal lobe of the brain. As I explained before, the hippocampus, where memories are stored, is inside the temporal lobe. The phone sends out electrical impulses that pass through the temporal lobe and into the hippocampus, overriding the recipient's memories. Beep, beep, beep. So they record someone's memory, send it to the CERN to compress it, then send it over to the past over a phone call? Yes. Yes. That is exactly what they're doing. They're sending the entirety of someone's memories to CERN because they need it to be compressed because they can only send 36 bytes of data. And then it decompresses and then gets sent to someone's brain in the past. But it's like, it has to be your memories. So, like, you can only send memories that you have to yourself. You can't, like, send your memories to someone else. And the idea there is that, like, basically your past self will know what's about to happen in the future. That's essentially the idea. At the same time, the phone sends impulses that simulate the frontal lobe as well. This is important. Remember that the frontal lobe is responsible for retrieving signals to the temporal lobe. This is how you remember things. I know they are actively telling us, but how the F? It's just go with it. You just go with it, honestly. By simulating the frontal lobe, we force it to send retrieval signals key to the new memory data. Thus, the recipient recalls all of those memories as if they were his own. Which, of course, they are, or will be in the future. This happens in less than a second. Now the recipient has the same memories as the sender. The time leap is complete. If the data comes from 1 week in the future, the recipient will remember that week as if he experimented firsthand. We need to be aware that consciousness and personality aren't transferred. Both of these depend on the recipient. Okay, we're moving my camera back to where it was. I'm just gonna leave that on the screen for a second. We need to make my camera back to where it was. Yeah, that looks right. Boobs? Kirsty dissolves into blushing, stammering mess. Looks like it's up to me to answer Daru's question. Not with boobs, obviously. Let's say we send your memories to you in grade school. Right now, you're some kind of omnisexual. Ritaro really said you're omnisexual. I have assigned you a sexuality. You're simply this. Anyways. We think inanimate objects are hot, but in elementary school, you were still an innocent child. I was a boring little bastard who did nothing but study. What of it? Basically, that little bastard would suddenly have all of your perverted memories, but his personality wouldn't change. It's not like you'll become that famous anime detective with the looks of a child and the brains of an adult. What? That sucks. This isn't like the time leaping you see in sci-fi novels. We aren't yet capable of transferring personality and consciousness. Ahem. Since you need a phone to receive the signal, you can only send memories to the times you had one. So decided you're gay and you can't do anything about it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, like that anime. The, like, kid detective one? That's, like, phone detective? I don't know. You also need to make sure that the sender and recipient are the same person. If someone besides your past self, your parents or a friend for instance, answers the phone, then the nerve impulse signals would be directed into their brain instead. If that happens, your memories could overwrite theirs, which could obviously cause some serious damage to their psyche. Kiryu ends her explanation and takes a short breath. The lab falls into silence. I exchange glances with Kiryu and Daru. I look at Mayuri, but her expression is blank. I guess it was too complicated for her. So, I clear my throat. It's time for the $1,000,000 question. What do we do with it? Do with what? The time leap machine, of course. What do we do with it? For once, my assistant has nothing to say. I already know that she fears we've created a monster. Honestly, I feel the same way. After a few moments, Curiosity finally speaks. It's too much for us to handle, that's for sure. The safest thing would be to hand it over to the government for professional research. I can know that she's not pleased to have reached this conclusion. She obviously would have to prefer to experiment with this technology. After all, it's humanity's first time machine. We've finally taken our first steps towards godhood. I'm sure that the nations of the world would pay billions for just one look at our machine. The possibilities that it represents are limitless. It just doesn't feel real. Mayushi doesn't get it. That's because you didn't work on it, Mayu. Oh, right. What about you, Okabe? And I mean you, not Hoenn Kyoma. I agree with Curiosity that the time leap machine is dangerous. On the other hand, I want to experiment. I state my honest feelings. Curiosity gasps. But there are still questions we need to answer. This is unknown territory, not just for us, but for all of humanity. Who will time leap? I looked at each of the lab members in turn. Yaru quickly looks away. My expression is blank. Kurisu stares right back at me. It's hard to choose. I'll pass. Not a single person here wants the honor of being history's first time traveler. Everyone, except for Mayuri, is probably thinking about what could go wrong. What if the time leaps were to fail? It's not like CERN's time machine. The possibility of becoming a jellyman is 0. This machine sends data, not the real thing. Don't let your preconceptions influence your decision. You might say it's like a cut and paste of your brain. Actually, it's more like a copy paste, and it's just your memories. The original doesn't get erased. That's a very easy to understand example. Jump back 20 minutes, how hard could that be? Yeah, it's not really what it's not like, they're scared because it literally has stuff to do with your brain. Like they're scared because it has something to do with like your memories. They don't really know what happens. And that's why they're scared. They're not scared that it won't work. They're scared that it will. Okay, we're taking off the frog hat. But that's not the problem. Time flows in a straight line from past to present to future. At least that's how most humans see it. This raises several questions. What if there's an error somewhere and the data itself gets fractalized? Let's say I send my memories an hour into the past. My memories would be replaced by fractalized data, in other words, data full of tiny holes. Couldn't that cause memory loss? I suppose. 1 hour later, we arrive once again at the present. At that time, the me who lost his memories an hour ago and the current me conflict in my brain. Which data set survives? Logically, the present should change as soon as you send your memories to the past. The conflicting current me disappears then. So then it's not a copy-paste at all, is it? I don't know. No one has ever experimented time travel before. For example, you get all your memories back, but in reverse chronological order. I mean, me putting on headset, YOLO. When we send a D-mail, the world is reconstructed based on the change we made to the past. I'm the only one who's aware of this, however. We don't know what happens when you time leap. If it's the many worlds interpretation like Teeter says, then the instant you time leap, it creates two possibilities. One where you shift to another world line, and wherever you travel back in time on the same world line. of course, there must also be a world line where the current you doesn't disappear. That would likely correspond to the present that we are experiencing right now. Same, Mayuri. But that's only if the many worlds interpretation holds in the first place. I thought you didn't believe what Teeter had to say. I'm talking hypothetically. Teeter doesn't matter right now. If it's the Copenhagen interpretation, then every possible state propagates through space as a wave function. When a particular state is observed, the remaining states collapse and that state is fixed. But previous observation is impossible. The problem is who the observer is in this case. Wouldn't it be a third party, like me or Mayushi? Not necessarily. It might be me, it might be someone else, it could even be God. To begin with, the Copenhagen interpretation and the many worlds interpretation are both micro-scale theories used to explain quantum interaction. No one knows whether they can be applied to humans or to the world at large. What about my personal experience with reading Steiner? If reading Steiner is the sort of power I think it is, then the world-line model is correct. In the end, we arrive at the question of where is the self? This time leap machine only sends memories. That I guarantee. Won't the present be reconstructed at the moment of transfer? That's what happens with Okarine's reading Steiner, right? That makes sense where D-mails are concerned. When we send a D-mail, we're obviously interfering in the past events. But time leaping is different. All you do is send your memories to the past, which isn't the same thing as sending a targeted D-mail. Whether the me who suddenly remembers 1 hour into the future will, in fact, change the past is something we don't know until it happens. I'm getting confused. It sounds like we're talking about the soul. Isn't that a religious question? Wait, you guys are misunderstanding something. 1 hour isn't enough time for your personality to change. You should be the same person 1 hour ago than you are now. The only difference is that you'll have an extra hour's length of memories. How can you be sure? Well, I can't. Nobody's tried it before. This discussion's going nowhere. Personality and consciousness can't be strictly defined, so it's hard to imagine what might happen. So, which is it? Go chickens! We don't know. We can argue the theories all we want, but in the end, we can only guess. This experiment might end up shattering preconceptions scientists and philosophers have held for years. We won't know until we try. That pretty much sums it up. To make matters worse, the subject must be prepared to risk damage to their psyche. Kurisu, Daru, and I say no more. We can't solve this problem. This is our limit as scientists. But haven't we accomplished enough already? The time leap machine itself is worth a Nobel Prize. We could sell this technology for billions if we so choose. And if we go public with the time leap machine, we can break CERN's monopoly on time travel technology. That's enough. It has to be. Hey. Mayuri, who has been observing the discussion with glassy eyes, opens her mouth to speak. I have an idea. Why don't we make a banana time leap instead? Oh, Mayuri. Bananas don't have brains like people do. Oh, you need a brain, huh? Mayuri never changes. My brain already have how many could it be? The atmosphere in the room gets a little bit more lax. Let's not experiment. We'll entrust a time leap machine to a suitable research institution. Then we'll announce it to the world. Thanks to the lightning of the mood, I can finally say what was on my mind. Neither Kurisu nor Daru object. No one has touched a time leap machine since that discussion. Ridiculous as it sounds, I can't shake the feeling that it might suck my memories out and fling them into the past. Oh, the machine does have its appeal, of course. We're all tempted by the idea of becoming humanity's first time leapers. Yet the fear of what could happen won out in the end. Perhaps as a way to forget our fears and move on, we decide to hold a celebration to mark the completion of the device. Everyone feels the need to let loose after working on so hard on the project. Guys are gonna sell the machine! They're going to sell it! Hey! This feels weird. Whatever could you mean, Keith? I have Daru order pizza while Kirisi and I go shopping for snacks. Akiba has always had a lack of supermarkets. That hasn't changed, even with the anime stores gone. Yeah, they're gonna sell it. They're basically gonna announce to the world that they made a time machine and sell it to a company that can actually, like, test the time leap part of it. So, like, they're gonna be patented as inventing it, but, you know. After we finish shopping, Kirsi and I walk along the evening streets. I never had my entire brain go, why? She looks like she got something to say. She keeps stealing glances at me. Are you upset? Upset? She frowns, like she didn't expect that question. Finally, she faces this way. About our decision not to attempt a time leap experiment. No, I'm not upset. Humans are temporal beings. That's a Heidegger quote. I was actually relieved when you made the decision not to use the machine. If you hadn't been there, I might not have been able to stop myself. Thank you. What's this? Gratitude? Does she have a fever? I put my hand to her forehead to check. Curiosity twitches. What are you doing? You're talking like an assistant for a change. I thought you might have a fever. It's almost 1 AM. I can't keep my eyes open anymore. Have a good rest of the stream, everyone. Have a good night, Raindrop. Feel free to watch the rest in a VOD, you know? It might be worth it. I dropped my hand. I'm not grateful to you or anything, okay? Her voice is louder than it should be, and several people glance at us. Kirsty blushes and hangs her head. If Deborah were here, he'd probably get all excited and say, "A real Cinderay, sweet!" Anyway, Kirsty clears her throat and returns to her usual sour expression. That thank you was just a formality. Don't get me wrong, okay? Of course, I only did what I had to. I am the founder of the Future Gadget Labs, Ho-Ween Kyoma. My first priority is to protect the welfare of my lab members. Here's an effing email. Yo. Don't forget what Teeter said. Oh, okay. So I had no need for your thanks. And you always talk about plunging the world into chaos. You are my allies and the world is my enemy. I'm speechless. You're too self-righteous. You say speechless, you're speaking? Don't argue schematics. Quite mysterious, really. It's only been 2 weeks since Kurisu and I met. And yet it already feels natural us to be walking together, exchanging banter like this. Perhaps pooling our efforts to create something new, dangerous though it may be, has brought us closer together. Bonding. Bonding is happening. I admit that her knowledge and skills are impressive. I'd like her to remain at the lab if at all possible, but she said she's going back to America this month. It's already the 13th, so I wonder when she plans to return. I just realized it's Friday the 13th, so that's gonna be exciting. I decided to ask her. Oh yeah, I forgot to get a plane ticket! I got to go improving the phone wave. Going public with the time leap machine will send the world into an uproar. We also plan to expose CERN, remember? We may not be able to get back to America for some time. I guess you're right. I should call Mama and let her know. Looks like things are gonna get busy. Naturally, I want Kurisu to stay with us to the end. A little bit after we return to the lab, Mayuri gets back. Concern, danger, hello? Doo-doo-doo, I'm back! Seems Mayuri went to Rikako's. Shizuha shows up a few minutes later, and our development council comes to order. Nara orders 3 pizzas. We also line up all the snacks we bought on the table. It's just like the party we had a few days ago to cheer up Suzuha. Mayuri wanted to decorate the room, but since everyone's tired, I dismiss it as unnecessary. Looks like Suzuha managed to retrieve her jacket from Mr. Braun. Man, that was terrible. I was stuck looking like an expositionist all day. The Braun 2 workshop closed. Suzuha made sure the 42-inch CRT was turned off, so there's no need to fear any malfunctions from the time leap machine. A heavy sigh escapes my throat. I realize that I've been tense and nervous since the time leap machine was complete. Now I can finally relax. The topic of the time leap machine has become taboo. Even Kirisi doesn't bring it up during the meeting. Daru, why did you order the exact same pizza as before? I opened the pizza boxes to find the exact same ones he got for Suzuha's party. Because I like it. Naturally, I'm not amused. Oak Green! I called Ferris-chan and Ruka-chan, but they said they couldn't come. Oh, did they have plans? We uncovered a full conspiracy, built an effing time machine to pizza time, slice of life again, This is how it's like in the anime. In the anime, you're just like, oh, you guys invented a time machine, and they're just like, but what if? Slice of lifetime. Ferris-chan has a Rhinet tournament. I should have gone to cheer. How careless of me. And Ruka seems embarrassed for some reason. Maybe she thinks you'll make her wear a costume again. You still haven't convinced her to cosplay? Then what was the point of completing the costume? She said it was embarrassing. I keep telling her cuteness is justice, but she never listens. Cuteness is justice? Is that what they say? I have never embodied a manga S as much. You're cute too, Chris-chan. Kirsi doesn't know how to react. She blushes, and Mayuri starts teasing her like a drunk old man. There's no alcohol at this party, of course. Hey, Kamima's coming up. Wanna go? I can't make something new, but I have a costume of post-awakening Zero from Blood Tune I made last year. I think the size is just right for Chris-chan, too. Me cosplay? Kirsi looks conflicted, then she murmurs, I'm sorta interested. You sure could have fooled us before, pretending to have no interest in Taku culture. But I refuse to do it in public, though. You don't have to show anyone, but eventually you want them to see. The cosplay demon compels you. The cosplay demon? The cosplay demon is real. That reminds me, Chris-chan. You're always wearing that cute uniform. What school is that from? Oh, this? Kirsi lifts up her necktie. I attended anime for about 2 weeks. I modeled this outfit after their uniform. Oh, the uniform is really cute, but you made it even cuter. You might even have, you have a really good design sense. I'll bring the costume tomorrow, okay? Oh, will you try it on then? Sure. Looks like Kirisi approves of the cuteness is justice philosophy. When's the photo shoot? Good to know you're still a pervert, Ashida. Come on, it's Bluntoon Surreal. She's got going on. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. No way. It's okay. You might not know this, but last year there was a really popular saying. They're not panties, so it's not embarrassing. It's plenty embarrassing, trust me. Wear it, okay? It's a promise. Maybe you shouldn't bother. Suzuha speaks, her tone sharp. She's scowling at Kurisu again. Suddenly, the atmosphere in the room changes. That's a cool picture. I like that a lot. That's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. You're asking for trouble by trusting Mikasi Kurisu. What's that supposed to mean? Naturally, my strong-willed assistant isn't one to back down from a fight. Sparks fly between the two girls. I've been meaning to ask, did I do something to you? Not to me, but I know everything you have done. What do you mean? I've done nothing to be guilty of.
Perhaps, but I know your true nature. Wow, you can see into my heart. That's groundbreaking technology. I'd love to hear how it works. It's not science, it's a prediction. So you're just making it up. I know. Uh-oh, we've got a situation here. Ocarine. Oh, Mayuri clings to me with teary eyes. Stop them from fighting. This looks like a job for the one and only Hoenn Kyoba. I insert myself between the two girls. Break it up, you two. I, Hoenn Kyoba, shall decide this dispute. They both glare at me. Although I'm afraid for my life, I harden my resolve. The mission must succeed. First, I focus on Kurisu. Assistant, I didn't raise you this way. You didn't raise me at all. If you wanted to become a true mad scientist, you must learn to keep your emotions in check, even as you crackle your way to victory. Nobody asked you, and I'm already a scientist. Next, I switch focus to Suzuha. Warrior, your enemy is CERN, remember? You must conserve your strength for Ragnarok. I warned you before, Okabe Ritaro. Mikasa Kurisu is a threat. What? You're going to mention that here? Now? Oh, what's this about, Okabe? Their eyes are like laser beams boring into my skull. I want nothing more than to flee for my life. But Mayuri is watching me anxiously. I need to defuse the situation. Nobody asked. Looks like neither of you is willing to back down. So be it. Fight to your heart's content. Fight until there is no more fight to be had. Then stare at manly handshake by the river and let friendship blossom. But in the future, when it comes time for you to venture out into the real world, I hope you remember one thing. Nobody likes a mood killer. Shut up! Getting yelled at by both of them at the same time sends shivers down my spine. It's coming. I quickly seize my right arm. Why now, of all times? Call down, right arm of mine! I turn around and head back to Mayuri. I'm sorry, Mayuri. At this rate, I'll end up hurting those two. I have no choice. The rest is up to you. Jeez. Mayuri puffs her cheeks out and goes over to the two girls. Guys, Mayushi doesn't like it when you fight. Let's get along, okay? Hearing this, the two combatants reluctantly comply. I expected this would happen. Mayuri is the oil that keeps the gears of the lab chugging along. The throbbing in my right arm dissipates. Dramatic macho, right? It's a specialty. Dara comes over to chat with Suzuha and gradually peace returns to the lab. Kurisu is in the development room, making a call, probably to her mother in America. I sit on the sofa and watch TV while sipping Dr. P. The TV is running a game show where contestants guess the price of popular items at high-class restaurants. It's called Heart Attack. Mayuri sits down next to me. She peels a banana and begins eating it. Hey, Ocarine. Mayuri slowly looks around the lab, smiling all the while. It's been really, lively here these past few weeks, huh? Yeah, I guess it has. I established the Future Gadget Laboratory around the time I entered college. It was the first step in my plan to bring chaos to the world. That was around the middle of March this year, which means it's almost been 5 months. Not half a month after it was established, Mayuri showed up, I'm still not sure why, and became a lab mem. For about a month, it was just me and Mayuri. Then, in early May, I finally got Daru to join. All it took was telling him that the lab is just a 3-minute walk away from Mei Quenya. This location on the outskirts of Akiba has always been quiet. Mayuri isn't the type to object to every little thing like Kurisu, nor the type to make dumb jokes like Daru, so the lab was very peaceful back in those days. It was quite a pleasant place to be. And now the lab mem count has increased to 8. It happened in the blink of an eye, or so it seems. He didn't come today, but Ruka visits occasionally, and Ferris is a familiar face at Mei Quenya, or at least she was before Mei Quenya disappeared. I remember the feeling out of place the first time I came to Akiba, but now it feels like a second home. It's fun! Mayuri too seems pleased by the increase in lab mems. Now that there are 8 lab mems, Mayushi thinks it's getting a little cramped in here. First, we don't have enough chairs. The sofa only has room for 2. Then there's Daru's personal desk chair. These are the only chairs in the lounge. There are some pipe chairs in the development room, but they need to stay there. We should buy more. Do you have money, Ocarine? New chairs will take all my savings. Then I'll need to get a part-time job again. I guess you could use some of my salary. We need a new microwave, too. Otherwise, I can't warm up my Juicy Chicky #1. Yeah, sorry about that. Cutting off Mayuri's chicken supplies might actually kill her. This is the first time I've seen her angry. But Mayuri, when we turn over the time leap machine, the reward money will solve all of our problems. Will it be enough to pay for chairs and a microwave on top of the higher rent? It'll be enough. More than enough. Wow! That's great, Ocarine! Why are you so happy? Just look! We've made so many friends! There's Daru-chan, Chris-chan, Ruka-chan, Suza-san, Moika-san, Ferris-chan, Bron-san, Nai-chan, and more! She gazes wistfully into the distance. In the spring, when you started this lab, you seemed so lonely. But now you're fine. You don't need me to be your hostage anymore. What do you mean? I tried to ask, but before I can finish... Terrorist bomb threat suspended Yamanote, Sobu, and Kenji Tokyo lines. An urgent news bulletin appears on the TV. The subtitle reads, Terrorist bomb threat suspended, and I just read that already. A bomb threat? Hang on, those lines all pass through Akiba. How is Mayushi gonna go home? Oh yeah, I should call home. A bomb threat? I don't know why, but I've got a bad feeling about this. Only the lines passing through Akiba are suspended, as if that were the target. Wait, could that be it? Could the bomb be at Akiba Station? I get a cold feeling in my stomach. Okay, Ritaro, I need to know. You've completed the time leap machine, right? Yeah, well... Okay. I just remembered. I got something to do. I'm going out. Suza leaves the lab without another word. What's wrong with her? Suza's acting strange. Is it related to the bomb threat? Why did she just ask about the time leap machine? Something occurs to me. The 2 threatening emails I received... We're watching you. You know too much. Who sent them? And there's more. Words and images flash through my head. CERN. The LHC. Jellyman. The Z program. Government secrets. The organization. Men in Black. The Committee of 300. Hoopster, you've come at a great time! Oh, it's about to get wild! Oh, I'm so sorry, Hoopster. You're coming in here and oh, it's about to get wild. The time leap machine. What did Curiousu say? We may have created a monster here. Yeah, Hoopster, you're about to— oh boy. Taken separately, each of these elements was insignificant. But if I consider them a part of a single line, they all point to one indissectible truth. We've come too far. Fear seizes my heart in an icy grip. I can feel anxiety eating at my brain. I can't breathe. Even though it's hot and humid, my body shivers. Should we run? Get out of here while we still can? We can't use the trains. What about the subway? Or would a taxi be better? Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything. What should we do? Suddenly, there's a softness against my hand. I look down to see Mayuri's hand holding mine. When I look up, I see worry written on her face. It's okay. I'm just being paranoid. It's all a coincidence. Tomorrow, we'll get rid of the time leak machine. Then we can forget that all of this happened. Pretend it was just a dream. We never invented a time machine. I don't need the money. As long as we can forget about it today and welcome tomorrow. We'll be okay, won't we? But my anxiety doesn't go away. I look over Mayuri's head at the entrance of the lab. The door is unlocked. Anyone can just waltz right in. I hear sirens wailing a few streets away. The bomb threat has Akiba in an uproar. Yet here, in our corner of Akiba, it's so quiet. Mayuri squeezes my hand with her warm, slender fingers. I squeeze back. Hey! The next thing I know, the door slams open, and there's a bunch of men there, and they have guns, and that's a re-end stream. Hey! Oh boy, it's happening! Hey! All the things you feared! All the things you feared, it's happening! Anyways, fantastic plays tomorrow. Fnatic, yo! Okay, cool. Anyway. I thought that was a good place to end. I don't know about you. And I finally got ranked in League. Yo! That's exciting, Hoopster. I don't know about you guys. I think that's a great place to end. Oh no, it's the consequences of my actions. Actually, no, I was like, see, the thing is that I knew what was gonna happen. And so I was waiting for that moment so that I could end stream. Basically. So that I can start the stream with the exciting thing that happens. And oh boy, is it exciting, y'all. Oh boy. Who do we want to raid? Who do we want to... Someone's playing The Evil Within! Yo? Guys, we might have to watch The Evil Within. Yo. Like, Evil Within 2. They're playing The Evil Within 2. Hold on. Hi, I'm Moon, an Xbox gamer. I love gaming. It's been my passion for as long as I can remember. I thought I would stream, and I'd love to share some positivity with y'all. Yo. I like Evil Within 1 better. Anyways, we're gonna be up in 8 hours, so bye. Have a good night, Hoopster! Do we want to watch this, or do we want to... A lot of people are playing spooky stuff. So do we want a spooky thing, or do we want to watch someone play hardcore Minecraft? They're simply gone. Is it safe to eat cake mix expired by a year? Absolutely the F not, no. I'm gonna hop out and watch Broken Adam watch ghost stuff. Yeah, fair enough. One of my old Overwatch buddies is on. Yeah, sure. Give me the username. Have a good night, Eric's. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Yo. Hello, my name is a space entity ready to entertain you. Yo. Yeah, sure. What's rate this person? So tomorrow, I'm gonna be watching the new Ghost Files releases every Friday, so I'm gonna be watching the new Ghost Files and then also the recap from the previous Ghost Files. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I might not do an early stream, because that's what I'm doing. It might be like at 6 instead of 7, but it won't be like an early stream like I usually do on Fridays because we're doing ghost things. So yeah. So we're rating Prince of Stars. Is that a 0? That is a 0. Of stars. They're doing a pretty chill thing. You know, they're doing they're playing Power Wash Simulator. So that's like a pretty like chill thing to watch. Nice thing to go to sleep to. So see you guys tomorrow for Ghost Files. Thank you guys for coming to watch Steins Gate. You know, we might do more Steins Gate earlier than like next Thursday because it is getting like exciting, but we'll see. Anyways, bye!